So my first entrepreneurial venture was a very modest one. I was about 4 years old and I would insist on buying street food from the vendors in India, bringing it home and setting up my own little shop on our dining table. Over time, my dad started to notice this trait and encourage it, and sometimes he would go as far as letting me pick a food and he would buy the entire vendor's stall so I could bring it home and like for like set it up on newspaper on our dining table and sell it to our family and any friends that were visiting our home at the time. By the time I was 23, I'd started my first proper enterprise and started trading in precious metals and never looked back. What's inspired me as an entrepreneur and what I love about business is the fact that you have a lot of freedom to try and have fun and make profit from it. More than just business or being an entrepreneur, I think what I love and place a lot of importance on in every aspect is the entrepreneurial mindset, which basically means having an understanding of the larger impact that whatever decisions you make, whatever actions you take have on the bigger picture, whether it's the bottom line or a social impact. I love having the agency to make a difference, and regardless of whether you're running a business or working for someone else's business, however small or big, I think having that mindset of collaborating to achieve a goal, a common goal, and to see the bigger picture and the impact on the bottom line, whatever that is really important. My project is about facilitating, encouraging and empowering young people to pursue a career and a life that they're passionate about. I think far too many young people make life choices and career choices where they allow themselves to be burdened by the illusionary limitations of the generations before them, and they end up pretty miserable. The compassionate activist in me feels really sad at a life that's not going to be well lived, and the entrepreneur in me sees a wasted resource that's never ever going to function at its full potential because it's just not fueled by passion, which is what it needs. The aim of my venture is to create a network of black sheep that encourage each other to have the audacity to think big and then have the courage to take action to work towards fulfilling those dreams. So whether it's a young girl in a village in India who wants to go to college instead of being married off, or whether it's a young professional in London somewhere who wants a career change, it would be wonderful for them to have a network they could reach out to for inspiration and the courage to step out of their comfort zone and create a life that really excites them and a life that they get to live, not just exist in. Ever since I can remember, I've never really fit in, so being out of my comfort zone is the norm for me. I realised though that this is not the case for a lot of other people, and I wanted to do something that would push me out of my comfort zone to show just how passionate I am about this venture. So I really thought to myself, what can I do to get out of my comfort zone? I have been asthmatic from a very young age, and up until probably maybe 6 or 8 months ago, I couldn't run for more than 5 minutes without running out of breath. I thought this would also be a really beautiful analogy or parallel for the suffocation that some people face for their lives and choices that are forced onto them. So I decided I would run. I decided that I would run the perimeter of the state of Punjab in North India, which is about 300 kilometres, and I would do this in a week. And all along the way, spreading the message to encourage and empower people to get out of their comfort zone and create a life that they're really passionate about, with something as small as maybe starting to go for a run every day to something as big as making a career choice or a life choice that might not always be accepted. And this is a starting point. I hope that these people end up working for companies and corporates all over the place and take their authenticity and black sheep natures with them to make a real difference in whatever they do, and I hope they do it with a lot of happiness and excitement and passion.